Okay, great and glorious NickDutch here yet again, just a touch of autobiographical stuff as to, what has brought me, or what some of the things that have brought me to do what I do, who I am, and all the rest of that kind of stuff. Let's start way back many years ago. I was a chronic fatigue sufferer. I mean, initially when I was young, I just wanted to be an electronic engineer. That was it. I played around with electronic project kits, and it was good, and I enjoyed it. It was fun. So I was just interested in technology, playing around with transistors, becoming a PCB designer later on in life, all the rest of it. My health started to deteriorate, and I got all kinds of weird and wonderful, unpleasant symptoms. It was a variety of chronic fatigue disease that was diagnosed as nearly everything under the sun, because of two primary phenomenon, which was later diagnosed correctly as allergies and nutritional deficiencies. I actually got hallucinatory phenomenon in the dead of the night, which was rather disconcerting. As a result of this, I actually was taken by my parents to see a psychiatrist of sorts. And this psychiatrist just wanted, he didn't give any explanation at all, just wanted to just fucking lock me away. And didn't say what experiments he'll be doing, what tests and all the rest of it, and that was basically it. Boom, you're going away and not having any communication with anybody in the outside world ever again. Which we did not accept. Okay. The regular medical establishments did EEG tests and brain scans on me. This of course took up time. I was a chronic fatigue sufferer. I am still a chronic fatigue sufferer, but it was worse then. And so it was more time out of my day, more, it was knackering, it was appalling. And the lady who actually did the EEG, because it was done with the electrodes actually stuck on the scalp then, did them badly and had to carry on scratching away at the various points where they were going to fix the electrodes. And it actually was painful and made me cry because it was really unpleasant. And it turned out that all this time was wasted, and these scans and tests and barium meals that they'd given me and God knows what else was not for my therapeutic benefits. It was purely for academic interest. I'm sure you realize that the medical world is not there to help you, okay? The medical world is a career, and these people are not satisfied with earning between £45,000 sterling a year and £150,000 sterling a year. And they want to progress their careers, so they're always interested in research, new ideas, and doing experimentation on people to try and get more information that they can use to work this, that, and the other out and try and progress their career. So, think about this, okay? I was threatened with being locked up for not having done anything wrong, and just fucking going to a doctor who was supposed to be helping me out. And I was given medical tests that were painful, both of which were not for my benefit. And now I'm 34, okay? I've been watching the Alex Jones films about all the medical experimentation that's been done, against people's will. And I realized more about what was probably what could have happened to me if, oh, God almighty. Obviously my priorities at that time in my life changed. Being a chronic fatigue sufferer, I realized that it would probably be impossible for me to have a normal career and live a normal life. I would have to try and find the treatment myself. Because all I wanted to do was live a normal life. I couldn't be, at that time, I could not be properly socially integrated. My performance, my behavior was appalling because of my health problems affecting me, and I knew it was appalling. Then I read some weird New Age stuff and learned about doing a chant, so I did this chant, and in the end, when no one was in the house, I did it to the point whereby I could just keep it going for like 10-15 minutes. It was wonderful. It felt great, and I made a wish at the end of it. I wish to see glimpses of the future in my dreams. Ha ha ha! Wouldn't that be fun? And I just laughed that off afterwards and went to bed. And hey presto, I started to see glimpses of the future in my dreams. It was fucking terrifying. Now, when I say glimpses of the future, I don't mean that I had a dream which I then misinterpreted as something from the future. It means that 5 minutes worth of time was recorded from the position of my eyes and then played back to me in my dreams a couple of nights or possibly a week before. That's what happens. At that point I realized that something was true, but I could not say what it was. There was something real in the supernatural. I did more experimentation started to see more things. I wanted to understand what the hell was happening, so I could then try and find a supernatural cure for my health problems, because there obviously was not a natural cure for my health problems. So, with the passage of time, I went through, the various witchcraft cults, joined various pagan groups, and they didn't fucking do anything, because their attitude was either this fucking abomination to reasoning, whereby they just said, it works, but they don't, these people are supposed to be like the scientists and artists of change in accordance with the will, okay? Do they understand what they're talking about? No, they fucking don't. I wanted the science and art of change in accordance with the will, so I had to learn how to think scientifically. These people could not teach me. I went into a witchcraft coven, and the first thing that they did was not ask me why was I interested in magic. The first thing that they did was try and tell me about the wheel of the year and the symbols, and this is what the scourge is all about, and candles and lighting the altar candle, and this is supposed to be magical teaching, yeah. And they always carried on saying magic is the art and science of change in accordance with the will, but there was no evidence of any fucking knowledge as to what the word science means, and no fucking knowledge as to what the word art means, because these were lying, cheating, stealing motherfucking bastards. Okay? And they were just trying to abuse me. Alright, that's all they were trying to do, turn me into a political puppet for their little cults, their little fantasy world of fairies and gods and... Fuck you! Anyway, more time passed, the treatment for my condition was eventually discovered. My mother thankfully found out about EPD treatment. If you are watching this video and you are also a chronic fatigue sufferer, find out about EPD treatment. That stands for enzyme potentiated desensitization. It's the thing which did it for me, basically. And I recommend it because I wouldn't be able to do anything otherwise. After that, naturally, my parents decided to try and turn me into a clone for the fucking middle classes, and I went through education, which didn't really do me any good because I still can't, I still can't function 110%. But that's what happened. So, I got my degree, I did courses in counselling and all this, that, and the other. Tried to build a career in the workplace. That didn't happen because I'm still a chronic fatigue sufferer. I'm a damn sight better than I used to be, but I'm still not brilliant. Okay. But I'm still interested in what I do, and what I do is essentially more experimentation, exploration into the supernatural. And I want to try and undo all the lying, cheating, stealing crap which is accumulated in the supernatural and occult worlds, because realistically, come on, just think for a minute. Why the hell would someone want to get involved with magic, the occult, the supernatural, and all the rest of it? It's because they've got needs. And those needs have to be fulfilled somehow. And these people who are in the occult and supernatural world, they know that these people have needs. And they choose to sort of like bypass that or avoid the issues and then just carry on trying to adjust people's minds for their own fucking benefit, and I find that despicable. Jesus H. Christ, these people just don't deserve any good to happen to them ever in their entire lives. Something's got to be done to give these people some real, a real shake-up. There is a reality to the supernatural. We just got to find out more about what it is, and we got to carry on using scientific thinking. I deplore anybody who says that religion is magic. Although, you do use religious techniques when you're doing magical work. Yes, you use religious state of mind when you're doing magical work. Yes. But if some bastard approaches me with saying you got to follow this god, that god, or the other god, or you got to do this, that, or the other, fuck off. I'm just full of rage against the medical establishment. I am full of rage against the New Age world. I'm full of rage against certain aspects of Christianity and all of the moralistical shit that goes along with it. But these days, there's going to be much more supernatural stuff out there. There's going to be much more New Age stuff in the world, and supernatural ideas are going to become more important. I know that. And something seriously has got to be done to stop this from being an opportunity for weird, twisted, sick, psychopathic fucking wankers to abuse people and twist people's minds. I cannot allow it to continue. I have to change it.